Welcome to your yoga practice. I'm Janet Stone. I'm a global yoga ambassador, and I'm joined by Peter Walters and Leahy, and we're here to really give guidance and also give modifications. So join at your own level. Proceed with love and compassion and care for your body. This practice that we're going to offer today is a practice that focuses on integration. The majority of our days are spent somewhere in the past or in the potential future. And this practice, we take our physical body for sure, we take our breath that vitalizes our body, and we look for a sense of balance, a sense of integration between that past and that future, which actually brings us in to this moment. So as much as possible, looking for this sense of balance between inhale and exhale, front body and back body, left and right, ground and sky. So come to your mat. You can see we're sitting in Virasana. So you can come, if that's too much for your knees, I'm sitting up on a block to give you that variation, or you can sit on a pillow. If you can sit on your heels, that's fine as well. We're going to begin with a breath practice. This breath practice, these practices are called pranayama, where we really engage with the energetic body. And this one is called Nadi Shodhana. And it's the balance between our left and our right, and literally in the channel of our nostrils. So you can spin your right palm up, showing the right hand to the sky, keep the left hand rooted. You can curl the pointer finger and the middle finger in, so it looks like this. So once that curls in, soften the palm. And then from that softening, get long through the spine once you're seated, long through the crown of the head. And exhale, empty the breath out completely. Empty, 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 all the breath out. The right thumb comes high up on that right nostril. Inhale through the left, so the breath comes in. Close off with that ring finger on the left nostril, hold here. Open that right thumb, exhale out through the right nostril. All the breath out. Inhale through the right, breath comes in. Breath comes in. Close off, hold. Open the left, exhale out through the left. Empty, empty, empty. Inhale through the left. Close off. Open the right, exhale through the right. So now find your rhythm, because sometimes when we do pranayama, it can get a little panicky. Inhale through the right when you're ready. Close off, exhale through the left. If at any point it feels like agitation coming up, just release that right hand, come back to normal breath, and then join us again. So we'll come through about 5 more rounds, inhaling through the left. Hold when you want to hold, transition, exhale through the right. These energies that get imbalanced, we tend toward this dominance of the right side, all the push and the go and the effort. And the left side is more of our passive, compassionate, receptive side. So really trying to find a balance between those two. Two more rounds. And this pranayama sets us up for the asana, for when we really move into the body, feeling integrated. Setting a clear intention to balance ourselves out between all the action, activities, busyness of our day, our life, with a more stillness, a softness, a receptivity. One more full round. Next time you exhale, out through that left nostril, release the right hand down, right palm still up, inhale through both as evenly as possible. Sip in the breath, keep sipping in. Exhale, empty the breath out, keeping that right palm soft, left palm down. 2 more, inhale as evenly as possible. Deep into the ground, the toes. Exhale from the toes all the way, washing through the body, through the back of the neck, the crown of the head. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Spin the right palm down, knees about as wide as the hips. Here, you can slide the hands down toward the knees. Maybe they touch in. We're going to curl in, chin into the chest. If the hands can wrap around the knees, then you get a little hold here. Pull the back of the heart back, pull the belly into the spine. And then inhale, pull the heart forward and up, pressing the hands into the knees or the thighs. And again, exhale, in, empty breath. Empty, empty. Chin in, belly draws in, back of the heart opens back. Inhale. We tend to hunch in the upper back quite often around our computers, our phones, but this is intentional in the sense that we wrap the scapula off, pull breath through the upper back, the rhomboids. Inhale. And still with that balancing of the breath. Last one. So we'll curl in. Chin in, and curl open. Now, you can curl in, chin into the chest, and keep what we were just doing, or if you want to intensify, push into the shins, the tops of the feet, you'll lift the hips up, push into the upper thigh bones, curl up through the heart. And then you'll sit back down on your heels or the blocks, slide the hands back by the knees, chin in, pull the back of the heart back. 3 more. Inhale, whatever variation you're moving through, trust your body. Modify where you need. Curl in, exhale. 2 more. Last one. Curling in. Come sit in neutral on the heels. You'll take your hands alongside the hips. So maybe connecting the knees a little bit closer, ankles a little bit closer, hands down on the earth on either sides of the hips. Same here. We'll curl in, chin in, belly in. Inhale, we'll push into the earth, lift up through the heart. Exhale, scoop in. So you can make this as simple and easy as possible. You can intensify it by deepening the breath and deepening the movement between the front and the back. The inhale lifts. 2 more. Exhale, it scoops in. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Come forward onto the hands and the knees. Yeah, knees about as wide as the hips. Untuck the toes so you're on the shins. And then slowly curl in, push the earth away. Cat, chin in, belly in. If you want to intensify, lift the knees up a little bit. They come an inch or 2 off. Shins down, knees down. Curl the heart forward and up. Wrap the inner thighs back. Exhale, scoop in. Stack the shoulders so they're over the wrists. Curl in, knees down. Look forward and up. 2 more here. Exhale. Knees down, inhale. Exhale, scoop in. Knees down, scoop forward. Come back to a neutral spine. Bring the ball, that right foot up to the sky. So knee is bent, heart is still forward, but belly draws in. So don't worry about how high that right foot goes. Just feeling the back of that right leg. The right toes are active here. Exhale, draw the right knee in, chin in, push the earth away. Press it back up, inhale. Exhale, it scoops in. Push the earth away, chin in, forehead in. Press it back up. Exhale. Inhale. Again, exhale, last one. Pressing it back up. And then lower that right knee down. We'll change sides. Ball the left foot up to the sky, heart opens. Flexing through that left foot or just spreading the toes, at least give yourself some space here. Exhale, scoop in. Pressing it back up. 3 more, empty breath. We focus on the breath as the mind wants to take us off into all of our adventures. Bring your attention back into the breath. Last one. Beautiful. Bringing that left knee down. Ball the right foot back up to the sky. This time we're going to come up onto our fingertips or hands on blocks. Press the ball of the foot up. Exhale, push the earth away, knee into the chest. Step the right foot through between the hands. So once it's here, you can sink that left thigh slightly down. And we'll come on up, bringing the hands to prayer at the heart. Thumbs touching in on the sternum. Exhale, we'll pull in, chin into the chest. As we pull in, hug the feet toward each other. So there's a drawing of that right foot back, belly in and up. Inhale, lift up. Hands can stay at the heart, or they can lift up all the way. 3 more. Exhale, it curls in. Inhale and up. Exhale. Opening up the back space behind the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now, hands on either side of the right foot or on blocks, fold over the right leg. So we'll straighten the right leg. We'll scoop in, chin into the chest like cat-cow here, and then heart forward. As the heart goes forward, the right heel presses down and hugs back. Exhale, scoop in, and scoop forward. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Curl in. And forward. Now, push in through the hands. You're going to bring the ball of the right foot back to the sky again, back behind you. Root the right hand down. You can stay here, both hands down, or the left hand reaches back for that right ankle or foot. Kick back through that right shin. Opening across the heart. Beautiful. Slowly releasing left hand down, right knee down. Ball the left foot up to the sky. Come up on fingertips or hands on blocks if you need to. Exhale, slowly step it through. Sink that right thigh lightly down. Hands come up to prayer. Same here. We'll curl in. Chin draws into the chest. Scoop in. Inhale, hands stay here. They float up. Exhale. Two more. Trust your breath. The emptying curls it in, belly drawing in and up. Releasing the hands either side of that left foot. Modify where you need. Straighten out over the leg. Push the heel in. Curl in. Scoop in. And then scoop the heart forward. Exhale. It curls in. Left heel feels like it hugs back and down. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Exhale. Bend that left knee. We'll bring the ball of that left foot back to the sky, back behind. You can flatten out through the hands, root through that left, stay here, or the right hand reaches back. Connecting into that left ankle or shin, send it back as the heart goes forward. Beautiful. Slowly releasing out. We'll curl the toes under once that left knee lands down. Open the feet about as wide as a mat. Walk back to Malasana. If you need to modify, you'll roll up the back of the mat, letting the heels rest on that height, because sometimes we don't have that much mobility in our ankles. Curl in, chin in. Forehead drops down to the hands that are in prayer. Push through the feet, lift up through the heart. Send the triceps, armpits into the shins as you make that space. Exhale, scoop in. Belly draws in. Inhale and up. Exhale. Inhale. You can also be sitting up on blocks too, if that helps you. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Hands come down to the earth. Exhale, fold in. So to your own degree, straighten out the legs. The hands can hook into the opposite elbows, so you can simply hang yourself forward here. Or hands hold the opposite elbows, either way. If you need a little bend in the knee, please allow it. Let the back of the head go. The balance between that left foot, the right foot, the front of the foot, the back of the foot. Play around with it a little bit with your breath. Beautiful. Release the hands down underneath the shoulders as you lengthen the spine. So they're out in front of the feet. Bend the knees, thighs parallel to the earth. So knees and hips are around the same line. We'll come into a cat-cow variation here. It's a little more work. The hips aren't going to bounce up and down. They'll stay steady. Curl in, chin in, push the earth away. Hands can be on blocks. On the fingertips or flat. Inhale, heart forward. 3 more. Exhale, it scoops in. Push the earth away. Inhale, it scoops forward. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. And we'll fold in again. Hands can hook into the opposite elbows. Let yourself feel the weight of the crown of the head, the weight of the elbows. You can rock a little right, a little bit to the left. Let your mind sort of hang in the space in between, suspended between longing and aversion, push and pull. Beautiful. Releasing the hands down. Inhale, lengthen once again. We'll bend the knees again, keeping the feet wide, about as wide as the mat, at least as wide as the hips. This time the arms will reach up, a wide stance, Utkatasana. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to pull the elbow tips back toward each other, back behind. Pull the belly in. Sink in, float the arms up. And we'll keep in that movement. Exhale, the elbows draw in. Belly draws lightly back. Sink in, float the arms. So you see the activation from their sit bones through their fingertips. Last 2. The toes are facing forward, legs strong, waking up the back body. Last 1, draw it in and reach it. Exhale, fold in. Hands can hook into the opposite elbows. Hang yourself here. You can, again, wash it a little side to side. So you see they stay firm through their legs, down through the femurs, shins, feet. Then let their head go. Releasing the elbows, walk the hands forward, downward facing dog. So making the assumptions here that downward facing dog is accessible. If not, we can find wall variations. Maybe you even need your elbows down or the knees down. Take deep breaths here. Inhale to exhale, balancing that ratio. Beautiful. Big toes come in toward each other. Try to balance between the left and the right foot. Then get more strength down through the left. Inhale, right leg goes up. It's easy to pour a lot of weight into that left hand here. Keep the right hand strong. Exhale, draw the right knee into the nose, chin into the chest, push the earth away. Inhale, press it back up. We'll draw that right knee to the left armpit across the body, high up into the armpit, evenly through both arms, and then right toes back to the sky. And then right knee into that right armpit, way high, and then back up it goes. Then we'll slowly bring that right foot through between the hands. Keep that left heel up, keep strong in that back leg. From here, float the arms up. If you need, you can take a modification with the back knee down if you're growing that strength. Keeping that back leg strong, keeping that extension through the fingers, find that integration in the front body. We'll pull the hands down to prayer once again, chin in, belly in, looking inward. Inhale, it goes back up. Hands can stay right here at the heart as well. Exhale, it curls in, empty breath. Hug the feet toward each other, and then opens back up. Exhale, it curls in, belly draws up, back body awake, and then opens back up. Last one. In it goes, back body open, back leg strong. Inhale, it opens up. You can stay here, or you can reach the arms up. Just a breath or two here. See what it feels like between that front leg and back leg, the inner leg and outer leg. So when we focus our attention on balancing in our body, maybe the mind finds that place as well. Somewhere balanced between forward and back. Like, when is this going to be over? Yeah? Hands down, step back to plank, upper push-up. So toes on the earth, use your knees if you need to. Balance in between that left hand and right hand, strong through the heels. The collarbones broad and soft. So that space through the feet, strong. Through the back of the neck, strong. You can lower all the way down or halfway down. Strong through the legs, still cobra or upward facing dog. Reaching through the toes, through the crown of the head. Front body draws toward the back body. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we'll simply inhale, come forward into plank. Find that moment in plank, your relationship to the front and back body, left and right. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale forward. Exhale, back. And one more there, drawing it forward and back. Big toes come to touch, heels heavy to the earth, drawing the front ribs lightly in, absorbing them deep into the body. Root through that right foot, left leg comes up. Left knee into the nose, chin into the chest. And pressing back up. Crossing to that right armpit. And back up. So often this is called Vinyasa Yoga, this linking together through breaths, like riding the movements on the breath, left toes back up, left foot through. Finding that root all the way, then slowly float the arms up. from that root, hands pull back to prayer, pull in, chin in, draw the belly in, float it back up. But all the yoga vinyasa is based on hatha. Keep going. Draw it in on the exhale, open on the inhale. Hands can stay at prayer or they can rise up. So often we just give into the low back, but that's why this power in the front body, drawing the belly in, keeping the strength of the back body supported by the front. Last full round. So if you're opening up, one more round, you'll scoop back in and open back up. Stay here, float the arms up. So again, we tend to pay attention to what we see, like that left leg, that left thigh. Give the back leg so much love, so much attention. Last full breath. Hands come down. We'll step back again, plank, upper push-up. So here, use your knees if you need to. Take a breath, get long through the back body. There's a sense of the hands hugging to the feet. So you can see Lihi's hugging it toward her feet. Peter's hugging his hands towards his knees. Then lower either all the way in or halfway in. Keep that same strength. Open up wherever you are. Strong through the legs. You see the power coming through Peter's legs, reaching back, and then exhale, come back, downward facing dog. A few breaths here. Again, even in downward dog, we tend to throw it forward, so we'll draw the front ribs lightly in, keep the heels heavy to the earth. There's a sense of the hands hugging back lightly toward the feet. Each exhale, gathering that attention up, keeping that support in the back body. Beautiful. Walk the big toes in toward each other. Walk your hands back toward your feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine here. Exhale, fold in. Balance left and right, front and back. Bend the knees now, float the arms up, chair, Utkatasana. In this variation, we'll spin the palms forward, root the scapula on the back, reach from sit bones to the fingertips, and then exhale, wash the hands back. As you push back, belly draws in, push the hands back and up. Inhale, up it goes again. 3 more, exhale. If you want to get scary here, you can come up, pull the heels up, come up on the balls of the feet, taking a big chance. Heels come down, arms float up. Last one. Take a chance. Heels down. Push into the earth evenly through both legs. Reach all the way up. Curl lightly up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Tracing the front body, come all the way back down. Empty breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Walk the hands back, downward facing dog. So again, this power between the front and back. If we're tense in the shoulders, we tend to lean into the shoulders. Bring some of that weight back to the sit bones. Deepen in the breath, bring the big toes in to touch. Heels heavy toward the earth. Root through that left foot, right leg up to the sky. Without opening the right hip, so we're not going to bend and open it yet, but bend that right knee and push it more toward the top of the mat. That left heel heavy. Here, we'll curl in, right knee into the chest, knee into the nose. You can bring the shoulders over the wrists, or you can stay more in downward dog variation. And then bend that right knee, ball the foot forward. Not opening the hip yet. 2 more. Draw it in, either staying more in a downward dog variation, or bring the shoulders forward. And then again, ball the foot to the sky. Last one. A lot of openness in the back of that left leg here. Ball the foot back to the sky. Beautiful. Right foot softly through between the hands. Left heel spins down. Come up, Virabhadrasana 1, hands in prayer. So once again, root in here, find the ground. Right knee over that right ankle, and we'll curl in, chin in. And then we'll curl up, hands stay here. They come halfway or they go all the way. Pull it in, exhale. Press through the hands, the fingers. They can stay at the heart or rise up. 2 more. Exhale, they curl in. Chin in. It's that drawing back in and that opening back up. Keeping that intention of balance. Exhale, last one, curl it in. You can see Lee, he's strong in that back leg. Beautiful. Pause here. Hands can be at the prayer at heart or rising up. Keep, again, attention in the back leg, lifting through the collarbones. Beautiful. Hands can come down either side of that right foot or out in front of it, maybe even up on a block. Shift the weight in the front leg, and that back leg comes up. With the back leg up, we're going to bend that left knee, push the ball of the left foot up to the sky, look forward. Curl the heart forward. So you see I'm on my fingertips, Peter's up on blocks, Leahy on her fingertips, and then exhale, curl in, chin in. Knee into the nose, push the ball of the foot back up, look forward. Exhale, scoop in, push the earth away through that right foot, and back up. Push the sky away through the left. 2 more. Integration is the name of the practice, really. Exhale, scoop in. Just drawing it in toward a balance point. Extend that left leg back, bend the right knee, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. This time, right leg up to the sky, go for it. Open the right hip. Right knee is bent. Yeah, really drinking that space in through the right side of the body. Keep hugging that left hip back. Right leg up to the sky and lower it down. Inhale, come forward into plank. Halfway or all the way in. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, draw it back. Downward facing dog. Big toes walk in toward each other. Walk the hands back toward the feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine here. Exhale, fold in. Beautiful. Bend the knees, float the arms up. Chair, Utkatasana. Pull the hands to prayer at the heart. We're going to find a twist here. You can either place the forearm across the thigh, or maybe even a left hand on a block just in front of the feet, or slide that left elbow outside the right thigh. Look and line up the shins, the knees, and then find that balance point. So Peter gives that example of where we actually find integrity in the base. We line up the shins, line up the knees, line up the pelvis, so we're not twisting from that upper shoulder. We're really keeping integrity in the pelvic floor, in the pelvis, so we can open with that great sense of breath, integrity in left and right. Beautiful. Back to Utkatasana, back to chair. And we'll change sides. Hands pull down, either rest, hands on block or across the thigh, or right elbow outside. Leahy giving that example, bringing the prayer toward the center of the heart, keeping the sit bones reaching back evenly, and the heart reaching forward. Great breath through the back of the heart, through the front. Back to chair, back to Utkatasana. It's a lot of work. And then exhale, fold in, hands down to the earth. Empty breath. Balance again, front and back, left and right, and then slowly back. Downward facing dog. So having this returning point, whatever it is in your practice, where you come back where it feels like a neutral space, the place between all the movement, all the activity, all the busyness of body and mind. And that might be child's pose for you, might be downward facing dog for you. But develop what it is for your practice, and it'll change maybe each month or each day or each year, what that still point might be. Big toes come in toward each other, rooting the feet deep into the earth. Left leg slowly to the sky. Again, without opening that hip, bend the left knee, push the foot forward, hug the right hip back. Slowly, left knee into the nose, either in the downward dog variation or shoulders over the wrist variation, and back up it goes. A couple more, drawing it in, and back up. And back in, and back up. Let this be the sweet play with your own front body, back body. Last one. Curl it in, and back up. Softly, left foot through between the hands. Right heel spins down. Hands to prayer, come up. So Virabhadrasana 1, often we give all the attention up. This one we go down. Down through the legs. Curl in, chin in, belly in and up. Inhale, it goes here, halfway, or all the way. Exhale, curl it in. And open it. 2 more. Beautiful. Stay here for a few breaths. Again, that strength in that back leg rooting all the way down into the ground. Even if you need to shorten the stance a little bit, arms are up, halfway, or in prayer. Beautiful. Releasing the hands down on blocks, walking them forward, shift the weight in that front leg, right leg comes up. Bring it about level with the right hip, bend the right knee, ball the foot up to the sky, heart forward, right knee into the nose, chin into the chest, scoop it in. Again, inhale, pressing it up, look forward. Exhale. Keep hugging in through that left hip. 2 more. Beautiful. Right leg goes back up. Extend it back. Step back through the right foot, back of the mat. Downward dog. Left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee. Now open that hip. Keep hugging back through that right hip. Left leg up to the sky. Lower the left foot down. Come forward into plank. Halfway or all the way down, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, drawing it back. Downward facing dog. We'll bring the knees down about as wide as the hips. Untuck the toes, sit back on the heels. Knees on the thighs. The knees on the thighs, if you can, wrap the hands around the knees. We're going to lean back and we're going to lift up that right knee. You'll feel through the top of that foot. Keep lifting up through the heart and lower it down. So all the stretching through the calf, through the heel, through the ankle, change sides, left knee. So we give the front of the leg some attention. Lower it down. We'll come through one more round like that. Right knee draws up, lean back. Lower it in and left. And lowered in. We'll take the right hand onto our heart, palm facing in, left hand onto the low belly. Close the eyes here. So all the movement, slowing the breath down. As we exhale, we'll pull the chin into the chest, open the eyes softly, curl in. And again, you can stay down on the heels and lift up on the inhale, or push down into the earth, lift up through the hips, rise up, a variation of Camel Ustrasana. Exhale, lower back in, curl in, chin in. Inhale, press back up, open. Exhale, down and in. Whatever variation. Inhale, up and open. Last one. Inhale, up and open. Whatever variation, stay here. Feel the heart move into that right hand, lifting up. The front body moving toward the back, especially around the low belly. It draws back to protect across the lumbar, the low back. Stay here. The hands can come on either side of the sacrum. You can curl the toes under, find your heels, or untuck the toes. Ustrasana. Spreading across the collarbones. Slowly come on up. Keep the toes curled under if they are, otherwise curl them under. Sit down on the heels. Wrap the hands around your heels. Your toes are curled under. Pull the forehead down to the knees. And then lift the hips up and move them toward the front of the mat. Beautiful. Slowly come back up. Downward facing dog. Slowly stepping that right foot between the hands, heel toe the right foot toward the left hand. So it walks over and you come on the outer edge of that right foot. Come up on the fingertips or hands on blocks as that right knee starts to open to the right. Inhale here, get active through the outer edge of the right foot, active through that back heel, and then slowly, if you can, lower down. So you set yourself up for pigeon. You might want to sit on a block underneath that right sit bone, maybe 10 blocks, I don't know. Hands might want to be on blocks too. Inhale, we're going to curl up, lift up. Exhale, we're going to curl in, chin in. Inhale, curl up. Push up through the collarbones, so that requires you to push down into the ground. Exhale, back in. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, in. Last one, inhale, lift. You can come to the fuller version, Ekapada Rajakopatasana, or Kapotasana, walking the hands forward, pigeon. Yeah, your variation. If possible, you'll eventually rest your arms reaching out, your forehead on a block, a blanket, or the earth. If you're in Kapotasana and you want to intensify, but you want to stay down, stay near the earth, you can reach the left hand back, bending that left knee, pull the left heel in toward the left sit bone. Slowly releasing that back leg, walking the hands back up. And we're going to send the weight into that right sit bone, take that left leg, bring it all the way around outside that right thigh. If possible, setting the flat of that left foot down, big toe side, the heel pressing down. The left hip presses down as well. You can either wrap your right elbow around the left knee or cross the right elbow outside that left thigh. Left hand can come back behind you. Focus on the big toe of that left foot and that left sit bone. Go broad across the collarbones and the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Recalling that Nadi Shodhana, the breath work we did at the beginning, balancing attention between your left and your right nostril. Last 2 breaths. Slowly unwind, releasing hands, counter twist over toward the right. And look back towards center, and with the right hand, you'll pick up that left foot, and you can hold the left foot with your right hand in front of you, just across your chest, or maybe it goes into the right elbow crease. We'll just lift up here. If there's ever a variation where you want to intensify, whenever you return to this practice, you're welcome to intensify, build, and grow with each practice. Ever a practice where you need to slow down, to back off a little bit, do that as well. Beautiful. Bringing that right shin a little bit more parallel to the top of the mat. We'll set that left ankle down on top of that right knee. Maybe you want to sit up on blocks. Maybe you want to block underneath that left knee. Support yourself here. Inhale here for double pigeon, everybody's favorite. Exhale, fold forward. Might be a little bit more, or a little bit more. So often we take our same push, push, go, go into our yoga practices, as if we bring the outer practices, our daily rhythms, into our practice. But with yoga, it suggests that we actually shift that push, that never-ending force, and instead find a place where we find ease and balance in our own being, that we practice something different. And that then maybe that emanates off of our mat into the way that we are in the world. 3 more breaths here. Again, that balance. Inhale, exhale, left and right, front and back, earth and sky. Beautiful. Slowly walking the hands back up. Hands back behind you, feet flat on the earth out in front of you. Lift the hips up. Reverse tabletop. If your neck has any sensitivity, keep the chin into the chest. Otherwise, you can let the head drop back. And slowly, hips come down. Cross the ankles out in front of you. Hands come in front of you. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps to that right hand. Outer edge of the foot sets up. Hands either on blocks or up on the fingertips. And start to lower it down. Again, set up. Maybe that bolster underneath that left hip. Maybe a block. Who knows? Maybe fingertips on a block as well. Curl in, chin in, belly in. Push that back shin. Inhale, curl up. And again, scoop in. And open up. 2 more rounds like that. Beautiful. Again, either that fuller expression of king pigeon or kapotasana, starting to come down. Elevate the hands, the elbows wherever you need, or fold in to your own degree. Keep active in the outer edge of that left foot and even through the right toes. Slow and expand the breath. Left lung, right lung evenly. They open out laterally to the sides. They open toward the front body and the back body on that inhale. And as we exhale, as if they can come into a seed point, the lungs drawing back in, containing, emptying out simultaneously. If you want to add that bending of the right knee, right hand reaches back for the right foot, drawing the right heel into the right sit bone. You may want to, but your body may not want you to. So you get to listen, become a student of your body. It carries great wisdom. Releasing that back foot. If you're holding on, walking the hands back up. Shift the weight in the left sit bone. Swing that right leg around. Right foot outside the left thigh again, flat through the earth. Right hip, right sit bone down. Either wrapping the left elbow around or across. You can find your variation here. Just keep using the depth of the breath. sense of great vitality washing through the vertebra, and at the same time, ease. Last 2 breaths. Beautiful. Slowly unwind, looking over toward the left, counter twist. And back to center. Again, lining up that left shin parallel to the top of the mat. You can take a moment first, lifting that right foot toward the left hand or the left elbow crease will come across the chest. So meaning if you're coming into sundial, welcome to. Otherwise, just a moment in that outer hip to set you up. Agni Stambhasana for double pigeon. Right ankle on that left knee. Pad up where you need. Block underneath that right knee if you need. Keep the sit bones reaching back and down. And then when you're ready, you can lean it forward slightly. And the way we run through our life, often it's hard to establish our true location, even though we all have Google Pin, but still truly embody the present moment. The mind really flitting past and future, longing, aversion, yes and no, push and pull, happy, sad, winning, losing. So much of this practice is really about locating ourselves, becoming embodied into the moment. That's why that sense of integration, the sense of balance is so important. Walking up slowly, walking up, hands back behind you, feet out in front of you. Lift the hips up. Drinking in across the front body. A big opening. Hands hug to the feet, feet to the hands. Last full breath, push into the earth. Hips come down. Fold in, wrap the arms around the shins, drop the eyes into the knees. So here's you, curling into the moment, locating, if you can, through your inner looking, your inner drishti, a still point. The heart is pumping, the breath is opening and closing. But feeling into that space that is steady, that is calm within you. Inhale, lifting the head, lifting the heart lightly. We'll curl the toes lightly back. If you can, peace sign fingers around the big toes. You can also use a strap around your feet or a towel if you have one near, or a blanket, whatever you got near, and you can slowly start to walk out, or if you're on a slippery surface, you can slide your heels forward. Inhale, a little lengthening here, open across the collarbones. Exhale, fold in. So your knees might be a little bit bent. Keep soft through the elbows, soft through the shoulders. So we're not shrugging up really hard and getting harder on the shoulders. Keep that spacious. You'll see with Peter and Lihi, they can both touch onto their toes. Some people using, again, a strap. Maybe even your hands are at the shins. Getting a sense of the front and the back body. Using the exhale to pull the belly lightly away from the thighs and up toward the spine. 4 more full breaths, balancing them. Beautiful. Slowly come on up on your next inhale. This time you can point your toes out in front of you, hands back behind you. Lifting up, bringing the big toes down to the ground, Purvottanasana, or if it's too much, please bend the knees, hips up. 2 more breaths. Beautiful, slowly lowering down. Come all the way back onto your back. Give the knees a little hug into the chest. Make little circles around the sacrum. Change directions. We'll come into happy baby here, grabbing the outer edges of the feet. Maybe you even need straps here. That's fine. Rock a little side to side. And now coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, base of the feet come together, outer edge of the feet on the earth, knees open. Take the right hand onto the heart, the left hand onto your low belly, and close your eyes here. If it's too much, you can place blocks underneath your knees or outer thighs. You feel that right foot, the base of the right foot touching into the left. All the earth that you've walked across, the ground, the concrete, the mountains, every place you've been in water. These feet have touched so many things. They meet each other evenly, left and right. Begin to let go of your breath control. So any way in which you've engaged in ujjayi breath, that softens. The breath begins to breathe you, in a sense. If it feels welcoming to your body, you can stay here. If you'd prefer to move into Shavasana, straighten the legs out and release the arms down by the sides, palms up. For there to be life on this planet, there had to be a perfect balance. The next exhale, bend the knees, feet flat on the earth. Heel toe the feet as wide as your mat. Let the knees fall in toward each other. Here we'll create a little bit of a windshield wiper effect. That left knee slides down the right shin, knees fall to the right. And easily come through center and then to the left. Sliding that right knee down the inner left shin and back through center. We'll come through one more. Back through center to the left. Back through center. Now we roll completely to our right, using your right arm as a pillow underneath your right ear. Rest here for a moment. The great exhale of surrender to balance all of our efforts. Using the left hand, slowly come seated. So as you come seated, close the eyes once again, and we'll have the left palm facing down and the right palm facing up. The back of the hand can just rest on the knee, adding a softness into that right hand and to the left. Eyes closed for another few breaths. So in your body and your breath, for a moment on this mat, we look toward integration, toward balance. And possibly making a commitment to yourself creating a vision of what balance might look like, integration might look like in your living off your mat. See it clearly. Give yourself that gift of a balanced movement throughout your day. Rest and action. Opening the eyes, hands come to prayer at the heart. Meeting left and right at the center of the heart. In a sense, sealing that commitment, sealing that vision. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for diving into this practice, and have a beautiful day. Om Namaste.